So we are gonna draw like a little St. Patrick's Day scenery type thing. So what you'll really need is just like a piece of paper, a pencil, and then some colors. And I guess we can get started. So I'm just gonna do kind of this really rough squiggly line. And then it's gonna come kind of to an end like this. We're gonna go ahead and draw like almost a U, kind of like an open O shape like here. And then we'll go ahead and add these two little sticks beside it. And then attach it all together like this. And so this will be the shape for our pot of gold, because we all know leprechauns love gold. So once we have that, of course we can't forget a rainbow. And then we'll draw another arch kind of parallel to this larger one. And of course we can't forget about the clouds in the sky. So up above, we're just gonna draw some light squiggly lines. And they aren't gonna be perfect and they all won't look the same. And you can just scatter these around the sky. You can make some smaller and some larger than others. So now we'll just start with adding some details to our little illustration here. So I'm gonna first start with the rainbow, and the details for this will just be kind of drawing all the lines in it. I'll do kind of like an alternating between squiggles and not squiggles. But you guys can do whatever you want. And I'll just draw one more line. Right there. Okay, so here we have our fun rainbow. Now that we have this, we can go ahead and just add some detail to our little land over here. And I'm actually gonna make it look a little bit like a cliff, I guess you could say. So right here, we're kind of gonna draw this separation a little bit between kind of just like the middle of our lump of land that we did. And it's not gonna be exactly perfect, but it'll look something like this. Now that we have this, below this top part is gonna be, we're gonna try and draw some rocks. So to do that, I'm gonna make everything really bold and jagged looking. So I'm gonna go in and just draw some really jagged looking lines. And this will kind of make a cliff in a way, like the bottom part at least. And we'll draw a bunch of these, and some will be bolder than others. And of course we have to add on some extra shapes on the side. It's kind of like drawing just random shapes. They can be squares, they can be triangles, and then just adding more shapes in the middle. So once you guys are kind of happy with how many jagged lines we've drawn, we can go ahead and start adding detail to this top part of the cliff, which is going to be more grassy and more dirt looking. So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and draw these really long triangles like that. And these will be blades of grass. And I'm going to make each blade of grass a different shape. And I'll draw this all around our little patch of grass here on our cliff. And some blades of grass will be skinnier than others, and others will be shorter. So we're gonna wanna add some more grass just in between. We will keep some open spaces though, because we also kind of wanna add some plants and some flowers. It's not just gonna be straight up grass. So in between some grass blades, I'm gonna go ahead and just draw tiny little circles like this. And this will be some flowers, and we'll just add them all around, just randomly. I'll even have one kind of on the side of our cliff here, at the bottom. Also, just to kind of make this look a bit more realistic, at the bottom of our cliff separation here, I'm gonna draw some blades of grass kind of just falling off of it. And it'll look a bit messy, but that's okay. Well, that looks awesome. So now that we have our little cliff here, we can go ahead and add a bit more detail to a part of gold, because right now it kind of just looks like an awkward shape. So I'm just gonna outline it a little bit more, just so it's a bit more visible in all this lovely grass that we've drawn. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go in and draw this line, this open semicircle kind of thing right here. You can go in and just add some circles or some diamonds and draw a triangle shape for our diamonds. And these are kind of be like the basic shapes for our gold, I guess you could say, and like the treasure that our leprechaun has keeping away.
I have an idea to add the detail.
Yeah, what would you like to add?
A bird?
A bird, for sure. We can totally add a bird. For a bird, we're gonna draw him flying. So I'm gonna start off with a really weird shape like this. I don't really know what I would describe this shape as, but this will be the body of our bird. And it'll have a little, and then this part up here is kind of its head. Now to make this bird look more like a bird, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little beak at the end, just like this, and two eyes. So we kind of see it flying from like up above, I guess you can say. And then we'll add a bit more detail. So I'll just go ahead and right by his little feathery tail that we drew here, I'm gonna draw two sticks like this And these will be his legs. Like that. And here we have a bird. So we can even draw a smaller one. This bird can be a different type of bird. And we can start by drawing just a circle. And then another bigger one after that, like this. And then two kind of rounded triangles on the side. And then of course we can't forget about the feet or the beak. And just two dots for the eyes. So our little leprechaun, we can put him right next to his pot of gold. And so what I'm gonna do for this is I'm actually gonna draw him sleeping by a tree. So we're just gonna draw a trunk coming from his little area over here. And we'll just do that by doing a really big trunk. And some parts of the tree will be covered by the cloud, but that's totally fine. And then around here, we can start going outwards like this, and this will be the base of our branch. And this is our little tree that we can draw our leprechaun just sleeping on. So I'm gonna erase this blade of grass just for now, so you guys can see better. If you guys don't have an eraser or anything with you, that's completely fine. I'm just erasing it so you guys can see how I'm drawing the leprechaun. So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a little circle, and this will be the head. And then I'm gonna start with a line like that, almost like a sideways triangle. That's not completely finished. It's gonna look a little awkward right now, but this is the base of his body. And once we have this, we can go ahead and give our leprechaun just a little neck, and it'll be just two lines outside of the one we did in the middle. And then from there, we'll draw this square that's bending along with the line that we did here. And now we're just left with this little bottom line, and it kind of looks like he just has half of a body, so we gotta give him his short, tiny legs. So to do that, we're gonna add another little triangle shape like this. And we're gonna connect it to make almost like a boomerang, it looks like. And then on the other side of his body, we're actually gonna use the rest of this line that we made before and connect it like that. Now, our leprechaun needs some arms, so we're just gonna add one line right here, and then another right next to it. And then just a line like this. Since our leprechaun's very tiny, he's gonna have some short little arms. Then we'll add another one kind of hidden beside him, so it's just gonna be one line here. So, continue with our leprechaun. We gotta give him some details, so we gotta give him a face and hair and everything. So to do that, I'm just gonna start by drawing a line right in the middle of his head, and this will be the start of his little leprechaun hat. So leprechauns kind of wear a top hat, so I'm just gonna draw a rectangle using the line we made, and then a square on top of that, just like that. I'll draw a little semicircle right under his neck, and that'll be his shirt. And then we gotta give him some eyes and a smile. And here we have our little baby leprechaun, just chilling by a tree and his pot of gold. So for a butterfly, we're gonna make them fly just right around this rainbow here. So I'll start with a little oval shape, like that. And then our wings are two kind of circles. It's almost like a heart. And we'll just do that on both sides of our oval. And then we're gonna add two lines coming out of the top of the oval, and there's our butterfly. And then to give him some more detail, you can just draw some little shapes inside the wings, because butterflies have really pretty patterns in their wings. Now that we have some butterflies, we also gotta add a squirrel. So our little squirrel, I'm gonna draw him in the top of this tree here. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of draw him in the tree. So to do that, we'll just start with a little circle and then an oval body. And we aren't going to completely close the body, if that makes sense, because we're gonna add just some more little bumps here to kind of show that he's sitting inside of the tree leaves. So once we have that, we'll draw a really bushy tail, which is kind of just, I don't know what I would describe this shape, but it's this. Then we gotta make sure to give him some ears, and then a little face. Then of course, squirrels have a little belly. So we'll draw another half circle. Oh, that's awesome. I love the clouds.
Well done.